bad at all. Looks nice. Alrighty, we are back on the AU Falcon. Now, last episode, engine got pulled. We did a bloody wire tuck down the side, cleared out all the unneeded stuff, and all that bullshit. It is 40 degrees, by the way. It's pretty hot, so this is gonna be fun. But in this one, I'm gonna start drilling out all the bloody spot welds for like this stuff, brackets, like that bracket, all the stuff that we don't need is gonna get drilled out. Holes that we don't need everywhere, all these got to get removed. All of them gonna get welded up. Shave the bay. I have to remove the dash to bloody delete the AC and that and plate them off. Basically this episode we're gonna be shaving the bay. I'm also gonna, I'll probably do it off camera, but while I have the dash out, because if you saw my earlier episodes, we did the Haltech, but I didn't wire it in fully, as in I didn't solder it and all the goodness that you're meant to do. So I'm gonna do that because before I didn't have a hand. If you can see my knuckle, yeah, tore my tendon. So I tried to do all that with one hand and I just sort of dummied it up and got it in. But I'll do that off camera, but that'll be done. But yeah, shave the bay, clean up everything. I'm probably just gonna give it a paint of probably white because I'm not sure what color I'm gonna do the bay yet. I'm gonna need to fix all like the stuff that doesn't rust. So maybe white, because it may end up staying white, not sure. But we're going to shave the bay and probably get the engine in this episode. Won't be running yet, because I got to do a bunch of other stuff, get a bunch of other things. But at least this will be shaved and engine in and look all pretty. Fuse box is staying, unfortunately, because I don't really feel bothered to extend all the wires for the front harness. Which, all those wires, also nicely tucked. This one's a bit of a mess, but it's hidden. When you look at it from the front, it's going to be all painted and shaved, it'll look good. These lines, like brake lines and stuff, I think are going to be staying. That cable there, that's for my air fuel sensor, which I'm probably going to tuck a different way. These ones are going to have to stay. But let's get into removing all the plastic clips and drilling all the spot welds and all that good stuff. How much I'm sweating. It's hot, and that was a nightmare. But battery tray one's out. Got to weld up all the holes, patch all the holes. That's out. So now it's looking already cleaner. But brackets, other ones, I'm gonna keep going. Alright, brackets are all off. All the plastic things are taken out. It's looking well more bare. Definitely not clean yet, but we're getting there. So, I don't know if I'm gonna do it right now. I'll leave it for tomorrow when it's a bit cooler, because it's bloody cooking. Take out the dash so I can remove all the AC stuff and all that bullshit. So, yeah, that's me good old rust puddles. Dash will come out. Always a good fun job, so I'm not looking forward to it, but she'll be right. The dash comes out, then all the hose fittings come out. Probably going to take off the brake booster for the time being, so that I can just like paint everything, get rid of that sound deadening stuff. But all in all, she's looking a shit ton cleaner. I decided I'm not gonna leave it. I'm just gonna get into it. So, first thing, this panel looks like it's already been a bit fucked up, so nice. This just sort of popped off. There's one of them on the other side. Take out those 2 bolts, same as the other side. And there's these bolts down here. They need to come out for the dash, I'm fairly sure. And then along the top, you gotta remove this plastic bit, and there should be 3 bolts. That one's hard not to break. But I'm gonna start removing it. And then there's plugs and bullshit, but yeah. This I just gotta unplug, the digital dash. This I just gotta unplug from behind, and ECU and that stuff needs to just be unplugged. Dash will come out, and then I can start deleting all the stuff I need to. But I'm gonna get this bullshit out. So, if you're ever removing a AU dash, yeah, it's the bolts that I told you to. But this is a cunt. This thing's like heavy. It's like the whole fucking, I don't know. I've got all my bloody wiring that goes through it, that like, yeah, like I've wired shit all through it, so like, well, this all needs to be fixed up. But like, what the fuck, right? What is this? I just have a random blue cable that I don't even know where it belongs to, like, what is this? This should be my power wire. Basically, I'm about to, I don't know, just start cutting. Yeah. So, dash. No dash. Your farm, quick tip for it. If you don't need to do it, just don't do it. That is fucked. Like this wire, which it doesn't look like it actually unplugs, because that doesn't look like a plug and whatnot, but that runs through the dash in a place you can't get without a lot of effort and bullshit. But we got there. A lot of wiring. This stuff, now, once I actually take all this out, I'm just going to put it on the back, not on the fucking dash, so it can get removed easier. But this is all my monstrosity of wiring. I had to clean all this up eventually. All this is for like heater and stuff, so this can get deleted. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of wiring. There's like an ECU here, there's fucking a box thing here, which may be gearbox or something. There's another fucking box there. There's just a lot of shit. And I kind of just went through and just ripped some stuff out. So, yeah. That will be a later date issue though, that's fine. Now I can take out though the heater box, the aircon and all this bullshit can come out. But that I'm leaving for tomorrow. That was a fucking nightmare. So we're on the next day, and I've come back and looked again and gone, yeah, hectic, this is a good mess. This is gonna be a later issue. Clean up wiring, attempt to delete what I don't need and shit, but let's ignore that for now. For now, we're just gonna start deleting like the, I believe, heater box, aircon, which there's bolts up here, bolts along there, probably some down the bottom somewhere, there's bolts here, bit of bolts everywhere. Gonna remove this type of stuff. Yeah, any wiring that I find that's involved with it, like I believe possibly these thick ones here are part of the heater or aircon, maybe. I don't really know. Honestly, maybe they're not. Maybe they're just clipped to. I don't really know. I'm not gonna lie. This is a bit of a clusterfuck in here. It's missing a plug. Wonder what was once in there. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna start pulling all this nonsense out. And then definitely a later issue is going to be figuring out what I can delete of this stuff and everything. I'm going to cut out like the back of the dash of all the aircon stuff and the stuff that we don't need. So none of this wiring and harness will be going through the dash anymore. It's all going to be sort of zip tied and cleaned up through the back of here. So I don't really know. All I know is I got a clusterfuck. But it'll be cleaned. Well, that was easy. For the first thing. Well, a lot of wiring came with it. This plug is all AC. So essentially, once I fix my wiring, if I remember which one it is from all the bloody shit in here, I can just cut all the tape, trace this wire, delete it all. And it'll look a lot cleaner. So this is all ECU, which this is all the stuff I gotta fix and unbolt this and go through it. I decided as well, the seat's probably gonna come out and I'm gonna paint the whole interior while I've got it like this. Again, I think I said in one of the last videos, the interior wasn't gonna stay white, but I think the interior is now gonna stay white. And it's gonna be white interior, white bay, a really nice teal, chromy, sparkly colour for the exterior. And yeah, I don't know. But moving the aircon, I realised one of these, which goes into this little boxy thing, like this thing, was going to the aircon. So I don't know what this is now, but it's a vacuum and I may not need it. So I'm gonna suss that out, and then, well, these are gone. So now I can plate them off and do everything. So I'm gonna quickly suss some stuff out and then I will get back to you. So after a quick investigation online, those vacuum lines, these ones that go into that little bloody boxing, that's all for the heater and HVAC and control bloody heater, aircon stuff. Delete it! So, on, again, not this engine, the good one, it's the bad one. This is one of them that wraps around and goes into this. This can just get deleted. This will have to be blocked off, and I've got a spare vacuum port. And then back here, I believe the other one went into the top. That one I can now, instead of having a T that goes to my ECU, I can delete the T and just use that to straight, buddy, the ECU. Which means, also in here, gets a lot cleaner because I don't need that, which is good news. And then it's only this one, which I think that one's like maybe ambient air temp or something. Not sure. Don't take my word. Look, I ain't a professional. I don't fully know what I'm doing if you haven't picked that up yet. I'm kind of just winging it and just building things, which, this is where we're at. But it's going alright. So, I'm gonna delete that stuff because that's basically very mundane and easy. Just unscrew, remove those lines, and then, I will figure out what's next. One thing though, I'm almost shaving in this bay. So, if someone could please tell me in the comments, rear brakes, I may have done a boo-boo and just chopped them and deleted the calipers. Look, that's fine if I'm just gonna go fuck around and do burnouts. I do want to go to skid pads in this. I do want to compete in this. Is that allowed, or do I need to reconnect them? Because I want to figure out what I want to do with the brake lines so they're not just like in here, because we basically will have a completely shaved bay other than them. So yeah, I'm gonna delete those things and figure out what's next. So yep, I went ahead, deleted all this, took out the booster for now. So brake lines, this one can stay because it's you don't really see it. The front one, I think I'm gonna just relocate it kind of up here behind the engine so you don't see it. The rear one, I'm just gonna disconnect it from here where it's got a little screw fitting for now. And once I have an answer about rear brakes, if I need them or don't need them, I can reconnect it and reroute it, or leave it off. yeah, and block off the booster. I wouldn't see why you would need them, because you don't use them doing burnouts. Maybe like driving around the pits and stuff. Don't know. So, yeah. We are making good progress of fully shaving. Like, this wire has to stay, because this is for the booster. Trying to figure out what this is. It goes up into here maybe for wiper motors, which it makes sense, which I'm gonna leave. I may need them, so I'm just gonna tuck it up nicer. But other than that, the base is pretty much completely shaved. Other than welding holes and stuff. We got the one wire that goes to the engine, which has to stay, other than if I reroute it a different way and try to tuck it, but not too fussed about that. Like, I could tuck it through here and then it can come up behind, but nah. So, I temporarily put the booster back in, because, I did leave the rear brake line, but I kind of rerouted it, so it now goes under. It'll be tucked under here nicely, and go down and do what it needs to do. That way, now you don't see it up here, and that should be hidden by the engine. I hope the engine doesn't hit it, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to that. I may end up drilling a couple holes through here so I can zip tie it up tight, but all in all, I climb out of my little engine bay dungeon. That will look a lot better and much cleaner. So now, plus I did move these little clips down. I just gently took them out of there, drilled some holes, put them in. So that now will look a lot better. So now I can take this back out and I can unclip my lines just so that when I paint it, it all can be painted behind it. And we may now actually be up to starting to weld the engine bay off. So yeah, 1 second. Alright, so we are up to grinding and welding. Hopefully I'm going to try to tack them with a wire wheel, like as in the holes around it, so I can just weld around it and not grind it all. But if I've got to grind it, I've got to grind it. I've decided eggshells are not going back in. I'm just going to put a normal radiator in the front and just have normal hoses to upper radiator hose, lower radiator hose with a normal fill cap. I'm gonna have to weld in probably supports, and it's just gonna be hard mounted. I know it's not the best idea to have a radiator hard mounted, but it's gonna happen for the time being, because then I can reuse the radiator that I'm gonna have this for the rear mount. But at least when I have this, it's just gonna look better. I don't have the eggshells, don't have the nonsense, don't have the disgustingness. So that'll just be like a normal radiator like that. That's tucked back there. That mounts with holes like that. And then once I get that one, because I need to have ones with the ports on the different sides of that, and the other one I've got, then I'll weld that in. But for now, I'm going to go through and start wire wheeling the holes, or grinding. It just depends on how it's going, and then weld it. So let's get to the fun. It's fun, because welding's fun, but not in 42 degree heat.
Yeah. Let's get it. Take REXXO. Hey Siri, let's get it.
It's lit. Just take a look at the drip. You boys will get fired in this.
So quickly, in the middle of my wire wheeling, been thinking, as you can see, wire wheeling is working, which is nice. But stuff like this, and stuff like this, I'm not sure, but I'm tempted. I'm gonna cut it out and just put a flat panel over it, like mold a flat panel, both of them type of things, everywhere that there's weird lumps like that, so it looks like a smooth surface. This I may leave this little nib, but yeah, these ones I may make a flat panel just so it looks cleaner when you look at it. But yeah, back to oil wheel.
You my brother, I got you, that's it. We can never fall out by the bitch. We was swimming with sharks and them fish. In the field with them lions and pitch. Swear these niggas be lying and shit. Talking money, don't buy their own shit. Baby mothers be buying them shit. You not lit, you depend on the bitch. Swear to God, man, I'm clever as shit. Still can trap any weather I'm in. Throw me working, I'm making it flip. With a whipping, you might just get sick. Throw me extra, you know we gon' win. Getting money, I've been doing this. Since a youngin', I've been had the drip. Make a movie, not talking a clip. It's lit. Just take a look at the drip. You boys don't get fired in this. Roll a dope, yeah, I'm high as a bitch. Wait, it's lit. Get that little bitch a little tip. Now she wanna suck on the dick. She wanna catch all of the drip, drip, drip.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Build a seed with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Alright, so we have got everything welded up, well, hole-wise. All the holes, obviously not these, because these I'm going to cut out and plate off like I said. This one I kind of built up a little bit in the gap so I can grind it back. All the holes are all welded up. So now I can go through, make plates for all this, cut these out, make plates. So that I'm not really going to record much because I don't know how long this video is going to be, let alone most of it's probably going to be a time lapse, so don't know. But I'm going to go cut all these plates, weld them all on, and then we're going to start grinding. And then after grinding, it's probably a little bit of bog, to be honest, just to smooth some stuff out, make everything look like pristine. I know like some people weld all this, grind it back, make it look all pretty. I'm probably not. Look, I'm not too fussed at the end of the day. It's still a burnout car, it's not a show car. I just want to, I don't know, I just wanted to have a bit of fun. So I'm going to make them plates and then we're going to start grinding. So yeah, I guess I'll probably see you in the grinding stage, or I don't know, wherever I am. Alright, all the holes are patched. Well, these are the ones with the weird like mounting points, so they're patched. They're patched. The heater ones and the aircon one are all patched. And the ones over here, obviously brake booster one's not. But that is everything welded up and pretty. So now I got the fun part of grinding everything. So I'm gonna get to that and hopefully not bloody pass out in the heat. And yeah, fun times. Shave a bay in 40-degree heat apparently. It's good shit. Well, I believe that is everything grinded. Don't mind that. That will get sort of filled with bog to make that look smooth. So I didn't feel bothered to cut more, but everything's grinded. Everything's good. Everything's patched. No holes. So now tomorrow, I can paint it. So yeah, I'm done for the day. I'm rooted. That was a 40-degree death day. But tomorrow we'll paint. So see you tomorrow. Alright, well, now that we finished all the welding, the grinding, the shaving, we are ready for paint, which out of all the 40-degree days, it's now cold and kind of rainy on the paint day. But that's all right. So firstly, I'm going to go through and basically just fill like these little, I don't know if you can pick them, but these tiny little gaps in some of the welds. Not all of them haven't, because some of them I did a little bit better. Like this I did better, this I did better, these I did better. But the ones that need it, because I don't feel bothered to just go fill out with weld when it's tiny, but it will show up in paint. So I'm gonna go through, fill all those little things, sand the bay, and then, well, mask the bay as well. And then I'll see you at paint stage, which will change this into something pretty. Well, we're like 5 hours since the last bit, and I've done like nothing. I got a little bit of bogged down, sounded a little bit, but I got distracted because I got dropped off a forward-facing plenum, which I believe is an old spool and boost one. This will not stay red. This will be sanded back to nice shiny alloy, and I'll make it look shiny and good. But this is basically future-proofing for boost, and ultimately we'll just make stuff look nicer. But another thing that I just randomly did, I didn't want to do it. So fuse box, I pulled the plugs from in the cab, wrapped it around, and fuse box is no longer going to be in here. Like looking at it like this, I'm like, it's starting to look good, and the fuse box was thrown off when there's really nothing in the bay anymore. So before I keep sanding and finishing the prep, I gotta do these holes now. So all the little holes again, that plate, a little bit more welding and plating, but in the long run, it's gonna make me happier. So I'm gonna finish them, weld them up, fill it if I need to do a bit more filling, keep finishing prep, and then we'll see you at primer stage. All right, well, that was an exhibition, but I thought the wind was about to take me bloody plastic away. But we are sanded all the way up to 400. Everything is removed that needs to be. We've cleaned, plasticed and taped what we need to. I could have taken off my hood, but I'm alone and don't feel bothered, but then I'm using it as like a splashback anyway. But we should be ready for some primer. Bit of edge primer. I'm going cheap. Sorry. I'm going cheaper stuff. Got bloody a decent-ish primer. And I've just got bloody white squirts and white clear and squirts clear coat. But it'll be good. Let's get to painting. First coat of primer done. All in all, looking pretty good. It's not absolutely perfect, like, still some minor pinholes in the filler I had to do and little things, but all in all, for my purpose and for how far I'm going with a bloody burnout car, I'm pretty happy. It's looking pretty good. So, I'm gonna do, wait for this, maybe 2 more coats, maybe. I'll probably only do 2, but just depends on how thick everything is and what it looks like after the first. I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty thick and pretty good. So, maybe 1 more coat, and then paint. So we will see you at paint. All in all, so far, it's looking alright. And the primer's done. Again, not absolutely perfect. I don't think you'll see the defects, I would say. But all in all, like, there we go, there's a little bit of defect. All in all, for what I'm going for, not bad at all. Oh shit, we're done. And it looks pretty good. Like I said, not perfect. There is some defects like them little pinholes, but not many. And ultimately, looks nice. That was a lot of work. So hopefully, when I put an engine in there, and it's fully shaved, it looks pretty good. And the contrast with the tail I'm gonna do, hopefully it looks pretty good. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next week with more AU content. As always, if you like the video and the series and what I'm trying to do, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, because it will help be able to build this, the other toys down there, and just ultimately have some fun. So, shave bay done.